I'm ashamed to tell you how long it is now since I finished the last video, so I'm not going to. Now over here you can see I've got lots and lots and lots of bits in my sequence bar because I've been very naughty. I got carried away and I just charged ahead. And you can see here I altered the leaf that I did with the strips and I turned it into a column fill leaf. Then I ran a travel line, a very small travel line. Let me just enlarge this image. Across to where I wanted the next object to start. I'll just turn this off. And there it is there. And then I did the leaf. And I used exactly the same technique as I used for these. The column tool, B option. My density is 4.5. I use I'll show you the parameters. Easier to show you than try to tell you. There's my density, there's my pull comp. I auto-selected underlay. I got rid of auto corners. I left make cover, auto shortening and perpendicular stitches. And then I hit apply to check that it was okay and then generate stitches. Then I did a travel over to that isolated green leaf over there. Then the next leaf, another travel, next leaf, and you can see I have altered the direction it's growing out from under the roses. Then I put another travel line in and I halted it just inside of the rose, ready to digitize my stem. And I did that using the turning angle tool, satin option, tool B, which is the side to side, odd stitches one side, even stitches the other side. And I was very careful about how I placed my square nodes for the stitch angles, and I finished it inside the shape of the paw. I'm going to click into that, if my mouse would let me, generate stitches. Then and I call it my travel tool. I believe it's called the border tool, but to me it is my running stitch tool and I use it for traveling. It's cheaper than an airplane or a boat. And I laid myself a travel line between this little bit of stem through his paws, and don't forget this will act as an extra bit of underlay, over to here. Where have I got to? Here we go. And then I laid in the little bit of stem between the paws. Again, the column tool, option B, same density settings, 4.5. Then I laid another travel line across the other paw, and here it is here. The little bit of stem, which I took under the tulip, then another travel line to come out from under my rose. Then I did something. I went over here and I copied and pasted the whole of this. So I'll do that for you now, just to show you what I did. First of all, I'm going to highlight all my orange parts. I don't need that first little line, so I'm going to tell that go away. I highlight my top object in my object bar. I hold down my shift key, highlight the bottom one, I right click into that blue rectangle and I say group, and suddenly all those little orange pieces have disappeared. Now I highlight the first green part, I hold down shift and I go through highlighting all the pieces that are in here that make up this bunch of roses. I tell those group. Then I did something which was duplicated. Now I have to diminish my screen a little, so I hope you can still see what I'm doing. There we go. I drop that off and I carried these across to the other side, and then I went up to transform, flip horizontally, and I moved them into position. When I'd got those there, I then clicked on it and I told it, generate stitches. Suddenly, all my stitches were in place, saving me a great deal of work. So now I'm going to delete that because I've already done it. And to check that it worked, I have to regenerate that. Generate. Thank you. I then went into Simulator, and first of all, right click on my screen, drop off my tool, go into Simulator, and I stitched it through. Now if you look here, you get a little arrow, and it's stitching at 50 stitches a minute. So I want to speed that up just for a second. I've taken it up to 100. Even though my arrow is up here, the grayed out box is here. I'll just rush that through a bit further. Now I want to slow it all down. And there are my leaves going in. No nasty surprises. A little bit of my stem, the travel lines, another piece of stem, another travel line, and here we go to my duplicate, move, and flip horizontally. I can never remember. And that's stitched perfectly. And that's it. That puts us back into the program. Okay, let's just magnify this back up. You click on your magnifying glass and you click into your design once, twice, depends how large you want it. I will take it down a little bit and then drop your magnifying glass off. Now I don't use shortcuts. I'm not a keyboard user, I'm a mouse user. So now I have done all my greens. So I'm going to highlight this top one, hold down my shift key, highlight the bottom one, and tell that group 1. That's all my green elements now together. But if you look down here in the bottom of my objects bar, you will see they're all in there. And I can edit any one of those without having to ungroup. And there's no scissors showing, so it means my nodes are all in the right place. I'm talking now of my connections between my running stitches and my start and finish nodes.